So we started with a little brainstorm about what do kennels do. And we just kind of brainstormed some of the things like, oh, this is what kennels do. Then we started to think about the data that comes from that. And how do we name our tables so that they have good semantics, good meaning, so that our code is self-documenting. And then we just started to jump in and create tables and group data and think it through. And then I started to create the exercise log, and I was like, activity. I'm like, wait a minute, we're going to need a whole activities table. And so created the activities table. And so that's the process for doing that. All of this is known as a schema. And I wrote that word up there, schema. All right, here. All of this is a schema. And if you look up schema database, I'm going to do that right now. Schema database. You will see something like this. The database schema of a database system is its structure described in a formal language supported by the database management system. The term schema refers to the organization of data as a blueprint of how the database is constructed, divided into database tables in the case of relational database. So it's a blueprint of how the database is constructed and divided into tables. It's the organization of data. It's the schema. I'll show you that on the screen when we bring the screen up in a second. So you can see it again. So this is kind of like a schema. Thinking about how much to tell you. I'll tell you the next piece of schema, which is schemaless, in a future video. Because there's also schemaless databases. This is SQL. It's got a schema. I guess I'm telling it to you now a little bit. And then there's NoSQL, which is schemaless. Which is a little bit more freewheeling. All right, so that's schema. We'll leave this video just schema.